I was 17 years old when I fell hapu with the boys, so I was still at high school. It was numbing. I remember those times just being quite numbing because I just did not know how to deal with that. Kia ora, ko taupiri te maunga, ko waikato te awa, ko tainui te waka, ko ngā tahinga te hapu, ko ngā hau e whā te marae, ko kapi reira me makaira aku taitama, ko Ayla Hoeta ahau. Kia ora. My childhood was colourful, so I was whāngai by my two kuia. And my mum, she had 7 kids, I was number 2, and all my siblings have different papa, so I didn't grow up with all my siblings. We were whāngai because my mum lost all of her kids, so it wasn't the best start to my life, and I was actually in SIFs for the first 2 years before my grand auntie took me into care. And she took quite a few tamariki. She whāngai a lot of kids, like over 20 kids. We lived in a state house, 2-bedroom little state house, Victoria Street, and there were like 11 of us. So it was always there was always babies around. I've always had babies close to me. And my sister's first son, he was born when I was 9, and I felt like he was my first baby because he slept with me. I looked after him. When I got home from school, that was I had to take care of him. So I had a lot of love for them, but I also missed out a lot because I was wanting to be a kid. And my nan said to me, Sis is coming to get him. And I went to school, and I was kind of like normal about it, blasé, and when I came home he was gone and I never saw him again. He's 18 now and he's been in and out of homes his whole life, and sometimes I feel like if we had kept him, he wouldn't have had to go through that. But I can say hand on heart that I was always loving to the kids, and I'm still close to them to this day. I was 17 years old when I fell hapu with the boys, so I was still at high school, being raised by single mothers, teenage mothers, and then somehow I ended up fulfilling the same cycle, like my Māmā. So it was really hard when I had them. It was numbing. I remember those times just being quite numbing because I just did not know how to deal with that. My boys have been through a lot. Like, I've been a single mum most of their life, and I went to uni when they went to kohanga reo, so they were kind of at uni with me at kohanga, and then when they graduated from kohanga, I graduated from uni with my degree, and then I got a scholarship to do my postgrad, and then they started at Te Kura Kaupapa o Māngere, so we did this together. Our education has been shared. And then I finished my postgrad, and then they moved from Māngere to Wātea. Because I had twins, I had to spread my attention. There were quite a few times they fell off the bed. I had to stop putting them on the bed. This is when they just start crawling, and they start moving. And yeah, there was a few accidents I remember where you just hear the scream, and I'm like, oh no, he fell off the bed. So I had to learn to just keep them on the ground. But yeah, that was a hard lesson. I learned 4 falls later. Gee. When they started crawling and trying to climb things, because we had these stairs in this house, I had to block things off, like completely block it off. And especially with the stairs, like I would get paranoid, they might crawl up and then fall down. It never happened, but I don't want to take that risk. When you're under a lot of stress as a parent, as a solo parent, that's when you become most unconscious. So you're walking through life just following the motions, just trying to get from A to B, trying to get kai to the table. It's how can you be present in times like that. It's really, really hard. So I think every māmā needs to find that one thing for themselves that can be an outlet, be like therapy for them, and they have to make it a priority in their life. Just because you become a mum doesn't mean you stop giving yourself time. And it's in that practice that you become present. You just be. It's not up here, it's wairua. If you really want to love and nourish your kids, you have to give them the best version of yourself, but you have to care for yourself first. My mahi mara is like my therapy, my outlet. It's my healing. Feed myself and feed my whānau. It makes you conscious, it makes you present. Get your hands in papatūnuku, and to me that's quite healing. I think our kids need something where they can go to that place for them, and sometimes it's sports, sometimes it's mahi mara, being on the awa, like it's different for every person, and a lot of our kids don't get that opportunity to find that thing for themselves. Yeah, so I feel like if every tamariki grew up understanding who they are, their maramataka, their connection, their whānau, they would be so much more stronger to stand in themselves. They mean the world to me. They are my purpose. I think I was put here to be a mum. I wish for them to live a life of joy and happiness. I just want my boys to be happy. I want them to be strong in who they are and understand their whakapapa and their tupuna and where they come from.